rather be in the way of what I know, and I would rather be in the way of things of my God or whatever it is that he believes in. And it just made him feel sinful in the worst way. But on the other hand, you know how they say devil on one side and angel on the other shoulder? So that's what he went through, I believe. The majority of his relationship with this woman, I think he went through that. That left side, right side thing. Oh, you should do it. No, don't do it. But she's so fine. Look at her body. Oh, I know. Oh, God, look at how she looked at you. Look at how she looked at you with her eyes. Oh, she's seducing you with her eyes. Oh, my God, she's so pretty. Oh, my. And no. It doesn't matter because I have, the good girl over here. You know what I mean? It's so crazy. It's like, what do you do? So when I tell you that she was his first, that put it on him like that, and she knew what she was doing. That was the crazy part. And to make it so bad, if she had just chilled and just kind of went along with the flow, maybe he would have turned around. But she just is greedy. Some people are greedy, like I want what I want. So, and then that's when I think that people make the wrong decisions, really. They get greedy.
Yeah, I mean,
they can't believe well enough alone,
I mean, if somebody keeps on because she kept hounded him, basically, she kept coming around.
Yeah.
And if somebody keeps coming around, it's hard to say no. If you're a drug addict, you like I don't know, what's a drug? Cocaine, PCP? I don't know. I don't do drugs.
Okay,
so I don't know.
Yeah.
And you're trying to get clean, but then somebody keeps slipping that crap in your drink or something, or it keeps coming over like, hey, you want to party with
crap
me?
In your drink, right?
You know what I'm saying? They want, shove it up your nose or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's really hard to stop if you can't get away from the temptation. So that's what I'm thinking, anyways. Right. But I thought he did have a roommate. I think there's conflicting stories on that. But anyways, because one story I heard that he didn't, and one story I heard that he did. So I think there's just conflicting stories. But anyways.
Okay.
So yeah, she became Mormon. Maybe it's for the reasons that Char says. Maybe she had. I believe it's more for the reasons than that Char said. If you really look at her personality, but we'll give her the benefit of a doubt, quote unquote, and say maybe she just did it for legit reasons or whatever. And then she broke up with Daryl. So February 2007, that's when they actually started dating. Like they made it official because like people have to make it official. We're officially dating now. Like, dude, we've been talking for 2 years.
No. Here's the problem. Going back again, he told her over and over and over again, I am not your boyfriend.
Well, that's what I was about to say. So according to her, they started dating. So
what's the difference between dating and boyfriend?
No, but this is what I'm saying. Wait. But I was going to say, even though she really liked him and she wanted to be with him, he was still talking to other women.
Exactly. But in her mind, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. In her mind. She broke up with him because she was like, it's either me or them. And he was like, all right. Yeah, I'll choose them.
Right.
And then, when they broke up or whatever, she was, constantly trying to get him back. Like, stop talking to these other women, talk to me. You know how I do it. You like how I do it. She started breaking into his house. Like she would break into his house and just like be there, like I guess sniffing his shirts or whatever, some weird crap. Or he would be there and she would just break into his house and just be like, hi, how you doing? I just stopped back. And she started stalking him, so like no matter where he was, she would show up. She'd be like, hey, so how's that red shirt you're wearing today? It's pretty comfortable, huh? He'd be like, what are you talking about?
How do you know I'm wearing
right? She's like, oh, I just,
unless you're watching and stalking.
She was like, no, I had this feeling that you were wearing a red shirt today. Those fries you ate yesterday with the extra ketchup, was it good? What are you talking about?
But how did you know that I had fries with extra ketchup? Oh my God, this is so creepy. Because people do that. It's like, how do you know that? How do you know that?
What was
how
that?
How do you know that? I don't know. It's something called Bixby. And it just decided to say something to my phone. I don't know.
Okay.
It's some kind of robot.
But anyway, and then even on top of that, she was slashing his tires too. Like, bitch, you're gonna pretend like you weren't. What in the world is that?
I turned it off. Sorry. Oh my gosh, it's so funny. Social media, you gotta love it.
Good lord.
And computers.
Anyway, so like I
So
was saying, she was slashing his tires also. So I guess she was like, you don't believe me that I said I just felt like you were wearing a red shirt and I just know that your favorite food is french fries. Well, if you don't believe me, I'll show you. And she slashed his tires. I'm not saying that really happened.
it's so crazy. It's so crazy.
Can you imagine
Yeah,
just
but it's just
coming
that
can
mindset.
you imagine just coming out of your house and your tires are slashed? Like, oh my god.
Yeah, it's happened to me before. I
Has it
mean,
happened
what's
to
new
you?
under the
Oh,
sun?
good lord. Well,
Of course.
that's one for the Patreon show. So,
No, yeah, exactly, exactly. It wasn't me. It was the lover of my lover. So, but yeah,
yeah,
Patreon show.
wink,
Stay tuned, guys.
wink, wink. Let's
Hmm.
ask the guy though. Let's see who's really at fault. But anyway, so in April of 2008, that's when she moved in with her grandparents in Eureka, California. So I guess she
Hmm.
moved out with Daryl, or maybe Daryl kicked her out. I don't know. But she moved in. More than likely, she moved out and she moved in with her grandparents in Eureka, California. And if y'all are wondering why, like you're like, well, Kai, you just really got the general idea. It's because I want to get to her personality, how she's acting. So I just really have the generalistics of this story. I know this story was told like over a million times, so that's why I just have the generalistics. I don't want to go into like, oh, and her hair was put up in a bun today, and then Thursday she wore a yellow. And I don't want to go into all of that. Anyways, so in
Right.
April 2008, she moved into her grandparents. She moved out with Daryl, moved in with her grandparents. So that's April. So then May 28th, 2008. So that's just a little bit after, like a month and so after she moved in with her grandparents. They reported to the police that a handgun, electronics, and cash had been stolen. So um, I know around this time, Travis was supposed to be going on a work trip, and
Right.
instead of inviting her, he invited this other girl that he was actually interested in, but when he invited her, she turned him down, and she was just like, "I just want to be friends." And he was like, "Well, yeah, 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 come as a friend then." So,
Right.
she wasn't interested in him; he was interested in her. But uh, Jodi thought this is the girl he's gonna be with instead of her. So she
Yeah.
heard that he was bringing her, bringing this girl named Mimi, and she basically lost her mind and she was calling him like, why are you taking her, why aren't you taking me, and all of this stuff. So around June 2nd, so the gun went missing on May 28th. So around June 2nd, um Jodi rented a car and she drove to her ex-boyfriend's house, Daryl. She drove to his house and she borrowed 2 gas cans from him. And then from Daryl's house, which is weird. Why would you go to your ex boyfriend and then go on to the dude you're interested in?
Actually, I think she had sex with him first anyway. So
Mm.
it's not like she cares. Because that's what they said in the disposition. And also, I watched the entire trial and she literally had sex with, they were like, ew. She had sex with the first boyfriend. Well, the first boyfriend, can I say that? She had sex with the current boyfriend, but yet she was stalking the ex. I mean, who does that? And she had plans, I guess. She had plans to have sex with, you know, the current boyfriend, but it's like, why, like, dude, like, you can't just pick a side. You have to just be hoish on both sides. Is crazy to me
Um,
because it means that you are a narcissist. You don't have any feelings about one particular person or the other. You're looking for self satisfaction, and that's
well,
it.
I believe she is a narcissist. I think she knows she's pretty
Absolutely.
and she has a nice body and she just uses her
Mm-hmm.
body and she thinks
Mm-hmm.
that's how she can control guys.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess she had sex with him, but from what I saw, she just, again, I'm just getting the generalization of the story. So she went to Daryl's house. She had sex with him, picked up 2 gas cans, and then she went on her way up to Travis's house in Arizona. Um, so that happened on the second. So now on the ninth, so he was supposed to be leaving on the 10th. So on the ninth, people are going to his house because between this, they're calling him like, "Are you ready for the trip? Like, what's going on? We haven't heard from you. This and this and this." And so on the 9th, his friends finally went to his house, knocking on the door, ringing the doorbell, um, and there was no answer. And I think his roommate or one of his friends or whatever told them how to get into the house, and so they went into the house through the garage and into the laundry room, and that's when they basically saw the murder scene, and they called 911. So um this is when all the craziness starts happening. So when they called 911, they see that Travis has been stabbed. He's been shot in the head.
That's ridiculous. Oh my God.
Yeah, and the friends were telling the cops that, how the cops ask, do you know if he had any enemies, any,
Enemies,
yeah,
any
yeah, yeah,
enemies is the
stuff like
first
people
question.
not liking him, stuff like
Anyone
that.
have it out for
Yeah.
him? Yeah.
So they started telling them that, his ex-girlfriend had been stalking him because they had seen that they had either seen for themselves that she was stalking him, or he had said, like, this girl, she keeps coming around, I can't shake her, she just, she breaks into my, so he's been telling his friends this, so they knew.
Mm-hmm.
So they picked her up, and it's like, this is where I just really want to start really talking about it. So in the police interrogation room, did you watch that video? Like, she was acting really like,
Yeah, I saw the whole thing. I think at one time she was either standing on her head or just like acting real. Either okay, she this was a smart woman. Let's just say that she used reverse psychology a lot.
you think
So
so?
she knows
I don't think
exactly.
it's just,
Oh yeah, she knows exactly. It's manipulation at its
I
finest,
think
Kai.
she's
She
a
knows exactly what she's
psychopath, and I
doing.
think she really paid attention to the cues of, like, psychopaths do, because they don't have emotions. They need to.
Yeah, but that's what I said. It's reverse psychology because that means that you're smart enough to know what works in reverse of the other person's thinking and to use that to get over that person. That's just what it is. She was completely. She had all of her scruples, her cognitive functions. Her brain was working fine as well. There is not in this woman is not insane.
No,
She's
not at
almost
all.
too smart for her own good. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. So when you saw her in that interrogation room, it's like, come on, lady.
Dude, yeah, like
She
I
knew
said, when she said
exactly
she was
what
doing
she was doing.
headstands, like, when they
Yeah,
left her in the room. But if she was so smart as you're claiming, then she would know that she's
right.
being taped. So that's why I'm like, she's not that smart. She's just,
Well, other than the slip up, because many
that's
people do
not a
fall for
slip
the
up.
okie
I
doke
don't
in
think
the
that's a slip
interrogation
up. She
room.
just wasn't that smart. The whole thing of it is
Hmm.
she's a
Okay.
narcissist. She's a psychopath. And if you've been doing something for your whole life, you have to figure out how to appear normal to people. So the first thing you do is
Yeah.
look at how people act. What
Yeah.
gets you what you want, what doesn't get you what you want. How do you act in
Right.
this? So
Exactly. We get certain results.
yeah, so I
Yeah.
wouldn't say she's brilliant or anything like that. I just think she is an accomplished mimic. She knows how to act to get results and how to act not to get results. She knows that as a pretty
Yeah,
girl, if
because you know what she was up there with America's Dumbest Criminals. Because when you think about it, like why do you record everything and take pictures of everything? Why do you say so much and why do you do so much? It's certain decisions that she would not have made if she would really have the kind of intelligence that I'm giving her. So
exactly,
yeah.
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she knew when to cry because as a pretty girl, she knows if you cry, you
Yeah.
get what you want.
Mm-hmm.
And she knew when to be serious or when to act forlorn or something like that. That's all that was. It was all acting. It wasn't that she's highly
So a great
intelligent.
actress.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
And as being a narcissist, you have to be a great actor or actress. I mean, you
Very
do,
true.
because then everybody will be able to be like, "Hey, are
They
you a
believe you.
psychopath?"
They fall into it.
Yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
anyway, so when the cops weren't in the room, she was like falling asleep, just putting her head down on the desk. She
That's
kept digging
true.
in the trash
Yes.
or something. She kept looking in the trash. She was doing yoga and standing on her head, and
That's why I said she was standing on her head. I forgot it was yoga though, but I don't know why she was looking in the trash. What was she looking for? A bubble gum? Like I
nobody
don't
knew. They were
remember.
like, "Look at this weird." They just
Okay.
kept saying that because she
Yeah.
kept looking in the trash for some odd reason.
And they will talk about you from behind the glass. It's embarrassing.
And then
People don't realize that.
and then it's funny. She'll be like, oh, and she was